So it's the first morning with my Medusa piercing, aka my philtrum piercing. I'm so swollen and my lip is really dry. There's like this little piece right there that I want to take off, but I can't because it's so swollen. And I randomly got a pimple. Yep, it's very swollen. Look at my eczema. I don't know what's happening with my face. Yeah, it is a bit uncomfortable. Like I can feel the bar on the inside kind of like being taken over by the rest of my lip because it's so swollen. So I took 2 ibuprofen when I got home last night and then another 2 before I went to bed, and then this morning I woke up and took 4 because I know my body and I know I'm gonna swell up like a peach. Now I think I'm gonna put an ice pack on it to try to get rid of the swelling because I have stuff to do today. Don't get me wrong, I've always wanted to try lip fillers, but this isn't the way that I wanted to. But yeah, I'm a little nervous to go out in public looking like this because I can't smile. For those of you who have seen that you get a really long bar at first and you're like, oh, I don't really want to get the long bar, I want a shorter bar. This is why they give you the long bar, because your lip swells up so much that you have no room left, which is very smart. And if someone ever tries to give you a shorter bar or says that you can have a shorter bar, then they're not doing it right because your lip will literally take over. So this is just the first official day. All right, well, I'm gonna go reveal the piercing to my mom and see what she says. But I'll either be back later with an update to see if it's gone down a little bit or gotten worse. If not, then I'll just see you guys tomorrow and we'll see how this thing is doing. All right, bye.
Okay, so second update on the philtrum piercing. The original update that I did to you guys was early this morning at about, I want to say 9:30 in the morning. It was kind of when I just got out of bed. I did notice looking back at that footage that my lip was a lot more swollen this morning and it definitely was irritated and red. I have been cold packing it on and off all day. And I also took a 350 milligram naproxen that I was prescribed when I found out that I had tendinitis in my right wrist. So I've been taking that in lieu of like ibuprofen because that should also help with swelling, if not more than ibuprofen was. But I think cold packing it helped a lot. It definitely is not nearly as red as it was this morning, but I can kind of show you. So this is like what my lip, please ignore my, situation happening here. But it's not so bad. It's not super uncomfortable. This morning it was a little painful. It just felt like a lot of pressure on my top lip. And I don't know if you can see, but this entire bar is covered by my lip because it's so swollen. I don't know if you can see underneath, that is the bottom of it. So basically like the bottom that little round like flat spot, that's the bottom of the bar. This morning I was experiencing it kind of like being overtaken by my lip. Like it was so swollen. But as time has gone on, it's not as bad. It's still like a little bit like it's sunken in. It's like indented into my lip. I got nervous for a hot second that it was rejecting, but after looking online again and seeing what other people experienced, it seems like that's a pretty normal thing. So I have been cleaning it. I used some soap and water with like a little Q-tip and kind of cleaned around it. And I have also been swishing mouthwash after every meal and stuff like that. And you always want to make sure that you brush your teeth twice a day because that's also very important from what I've read, because your gums and your teeth right there especially harbor so much bacteria. It's disgusting. So you're very prone to get like infections or anything like that. So you have to be extra careful, especially with like any type of oral piercing like this. Probably my last piercing on my face. I don't foresee myself getting any other. I was thinking about getting my lip done for a while, but I think it just might be a little too much. But I really, really, really enjoy the Medusa piercing. I'm really glad that I got it done. So I will let you guys know tomorrow, probably, maybe later tonight, how the swelling is and any updates. So I'll see you guys in the next one.
Okay, so yeah, my lip is really swollen today. Today's day number 2. I'm a little nervous to show you guys what my lip looks like because I look like a mix between Shrek and a fucking turtle. So, just bear with me, okay? Just let's not judge. Let's make this a no judgment zone. Day 2, and I thought to myself, because in every single video that I watched of a Medusa piercing healing, day 2 was always worse than day 1. And I thought, there's no way it can get worse than this yesterday because it was very swollen. I was wrong. I was wrong. It is so swollen that the flat back is like disappearing into my gums. And it's been freaking me out. So I've been trying to like at least push it down a little bit. I've been ice packing it. I've been taking ibuprofen and nothing is helping. This is so swollen. Usually the first and second day are the worst from what I've seen. But, you know, it would be really cool if it could like de-swell itself because I have done literally everything in my power to keep the swelling at bay and nothing is working. I even made sure last night to prop my head up on a couple extra pillows because I did realize the first night I laid on my side and that causes so much more swelling. I really hope that this goes down a little bit because this is crazy and I have to work later. Okay. I can't. Good morning, guys. It is day 3. Having my Medusa pierced, and the swelling is finally going down. It's a little irritated. So the swelling is still pretty bad. It's not as bad as it was. I have started to notice some gunk around my piercing, which is kind of gross, but that's also to be expected around piercings. I remember that happened with my septum piercing and I was like, oh my god, what's happening? Because the first time I got my septum done, it rejected. And so the second time around, I was like freaking out. Basically, since my septum rejected, I have had like PTSD thinking that every other piercing is going to reject. My lip has been so swollen that the disc on the back has kind of indented into my gum and it's been there for a couple days, and honestly that's been the most uncomfortable part of it. Like, the swelling hasn't been terrible, it hasn't been super sore unless I accidentally knock it or something like that, like with my hand, but the swelling is going down a little bit and it seems like it's a lot worse in the mornings right when I wake up. So but it is starting to feel a little more comfortable because at first it just felt like a ton of pressure on my lip. And I've watched a ton of YouTube videos of people's philtrums healing and this is normal. The 3rd day is when it starts to get better, and then the 4th day is generally like the time around that it starts to calm down. But for sure the entire bar has been utilized the last few days because it has been so swollen that the ball and the disc have been pressing against my lip. If anything, that might be why it was a little red and irritated still, but it is trying to heal and I don't see anything that has seemed super abnormal for a piercing trying to heal. This is my first like oral piercing, so this is all new to me. That's why I'm kind of making this video, just in case someone else needs it. I'll probably check in later so you guys can see if it's gone down a little bit. I have a feeling today it's going to go down quite a bit, but I do highly suggest taking ibuprofen, keeping up with that to kind of reduce the swelling a little bit. Make sure you're continuously keeping it clean. All right, so I will see you guys a little later. I'm sure this is going to go down a little bit, but it does feel a little better and it feels a little more comfortable to talk and like move my lip around. All right, I'll see you guys later. Okay, so every time I film, I have stuff everywhere. I swear to God, I am not that messy. So I did record a midday update on my Medusa piercing, but I looked so bad that I literally could not put it in the vlog. So like I said this morning, I had a good feeling that the swelling would go down quite a bit, and it has. I'm finally starting to feel like a normal human again. It is at the stage where it's getting kind of itchy. I've been seeing more, I guess, like gunk coming out of it than before, which once again is normal. They say a lot of times that you're gonna have like white pus. If there's white or like clear discharge coming from it, you're fine. Don't freak out. If it's like
a green color or like a dark green color, that's when you should be worried because it could potentially be infected. But thank God, it seems like it's healing pretty okay. I've been keeping a good eye on it. The disc in the back that I'd mentioned that was like indented into my gums isn't like that so much anymore. It is still a little bit kind of pushed into my gums because my lip is still a little bit swollen, but I'm finally starting to feel like a normal human again, which is amazing. I can smile. I still have a little bit of a turtle mouth if I kind of go like that. And you can see the bar sticking out again. That's how it was when I first got it done, before it had completely swelled up like a balloon. So I'm very happy and I'm very excited because the last couple of days, to be honest with you, have been very uncomfortable. Like my lip was so swollen and I couldn't do it. I was like, oh my God, this needs to end now. And I was doing everything to help it. Like I was taking medication, every chance that I could to reduce the swelling. I was putting an ice pack on it. Pro tip, don't use mouthwash that has alcohol in it. Use alcohol-free mouthwash or low alcoholic mouthwash. That is something that I didn't realize was a thing. And at first, the only mouthwash that I did have in the house anyways didn't have alcohol in it. But then I went out and bought alcoholic mouthwash. And that shit, first of all, hurt. It's way too harsh. And second of all, you're not supposed to use alcoholic mouthwash on a fresh oral piercing because, like I said, it's way too harsh. So I learned my lesson. I only did it once and then I was like, oh my God. But otherwise, I'm enjoying this piercing a lot. I really like it. I think it's super cute. It's subtle, which I like. It's not too much. Like the ball is really tiny. I already bought a smaller bar online. It's gonna come in the mail. I can't change it for I think like 4 weeks anyways. As much as I like the little silver ball, I really think it's cute. I wanted one that had a little crystal in it, so I just got like a little just nothing crazy, just a clear crystal and a smaller bar so that it doesn't stick out. I want it to be really subtle. I don't want it to be in anyone's face. Yeah, so all in all, right now it's about 7:30 at night. I'm sure when I wake up tomorrow it's going to be a little swollen, but I have a feeling that tomorrow is going to be the day when it finally kind of just goes down to its normal state. I hope and pray to God. And then I just have to continue on with cleaning it like I have been and keeping an eye on it. So I will give another update tomorrow just in case if anything changes, but I don't want to, you know, go crazy and do every day for 2 weeks or 4 weeks until I can change it. So I think what I'm going to do is make a video for the initial days of healing, like the initial first week of this piercing healing, and then I'll do an update a couple weeks to a month down the road for you guys, just so you can kind of see what you should expect if you get your Medusa pierced. I definitely think it was worth it. The pain getting it done, honestly, it sucked. I mean, it sucked, but I think the healing process, like the swelling, was much worse than getting the piercing done itself. If you can just get through the healing process, then you're fine. But I definitely would say it's worth it for sure. So I will see you guys tomorrow morning. All right, goodbye guys. Okay, so it just occurred to me that I almost forgot to give you guys an update today. So as you can tell, I have been organizing my lovely little countertop. So final update I'm gonna give you guys, mainly because I feel like it is gonna be back to normal within today or tomorrow, because it's basically back to normal at this point. Another side note before I get going, yes, I wear this shirt a lot. First of all, this isn't even my shirt. This is my guy friend's shirt that I stole a long time ago. Maybe someday I will return the shirt, not sure. But I wear it a lot to bed because it's so big and it's comfortable and it's really cute. I really like the tie-dye, so don't at me, all right? I swear I'm not a disgusting human being. It's my PJs, all right? So on to the real issue. I woke up this morning and my lip did feel a little bit swollen. And today my lip is pretty much back to normal, kind of, a little bit. It's a little bit swollen up top here. My lip itself down here is almost back to normal and I am so excited because holy shit, I don't know how much longer I could have dealt with the disc on the back being pressed into my gum, because it was so uncomfortable. It's not super itchy anymore. It's not super uncomfortable anymore. There still is a little bit of gunk around it, which once again is to be expected. I'm gonna have to be cleaning that for the next couple of weeks. They say that technically 4 weeks is when you can change the piercing, but 6 to 8 weeks is when the piercing is going to fully be known as a healed piercing. This technically is not gonna be fully healed when I switch it out, so I wanna be extra careful. But yeah, final consensus is that it takes about 4 days for the swelling to go down, probably 4 to 5 days depending on how your body reacts. But I would say at first, it's gonna take a solid week for you to feel like a normal human again. And I've had this weird lisp. I've been making weird noises with my mouth because when I breathe, it I don't know why, it just gets suction cupped. I can't explain it. But I feel like I can smile again and look like somewhat normal and not have a complete turtle beak. And that's really exciting for me. I love it. I'm super happy with it. My parents weren't stoked, but I did explain to them that you can take it out and it'll heal up. It's not something that is super permanent. There might be a little scar there, but what you gonna do, you know what I mean? So thank you so much for watching, guys. I will be posting another update, potentially when I switch out the jewelry, to kind of see where it's at and how it's doing. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Let me know down below if you have any ideas for future Let me know down below if you guys have any ideas for future videos. I will gladly take any constructive criticism. I will gladly take any ideas into account. Also, I tried not to swear as much in this video because I realized in my last vlog I swore a lot and it wasn't a good look, which I generally swear quite a bit. But I think I got a little excited and I was swearing a little more than usual. I'm gonna try to be teensy weensy bit more family friendly, just a tid. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.